Alec Baldwin is now being charged.
Recharged.
Attempted murder? Or
involuntary manslaughter.
Okay.
They were discussing a plea. They were going to plea it down to a petty misdemeanor, and then they rescinded that. And they said that the prosecutors no longer believe that the gun had been modified, and they found new evidence that they believe connects Baldwin to recklessness around safety standards on the set.
What do you know? It only took them all of this time to agree with everything that I said immediately. Thank you, whoever the fuck did this. This makes sense to me.
District Attorney in New Mexico?
Prosecutor.
It sounds like they did their due diligence back when all of this shit broke and investigated some shit and got the answers that gratified them from different agencies to whereas you couldn't go forward with certain charges against Alec Baldwin. That's what it sounded like. Then it sounded like they maybe have done some more digging or received some more information where they can maybe go with a different charge than whatever they was thinking before. That's what this sounds like. I'm no legal expert, and the guy that I used to get all my law shit from on Instagram took a break. So,
they offered him a misdemeanor plea deal.
They were in talks to offer him a misdemeanor plea deal.
And he fucked around and said no.
Well, it says they rescinded the offer.
He fucked around and said no, said something slick, and they said, oh, word. Gotcha.
If they rescinded the offer, they found some shit.
Yeah, I think they found something else. Like, that offer's not even on the table.
I know that we had that debate here on this podcast.
Couple times.
A few times. Do any of you change your stance with the new information? Like, I feel like this is the right play.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's the right play. It depends on what the new information entails. Because they're saying now that he might have done something.
Acted recklessly, it sounds like.
With the gun.
Some type of way.
Whereas before, they were saying that he didn't ever touch the gun. The company that they hired to do all the weapon shit and all of that was the company that was responsible for the setups, the props, the guns, the whatever. And so that was my argument, that if I come out my trailer and they say, yo, here's your equipment, here's a gun that you're going to be using on the scene.
You're assuming that all the safety checks have been done at
like
that
that's
point.
not my job is to be an actor. My job is not to make sure that the chamber is empty or whatever the case may be. My job is when they say action for me to jump in character. So I feel like if he did not do anything, so the new information could point to something that he himself did.
Physically
That's new information. What we had back in the day was that, yo, like, again, he came out his trailer and action, and he picked up a gun and he shot a gun. The gun's live. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Yeah, when I read this part about they got evidence that connects him to recklessness around safety standards, that tells me this might not even have been on scene. Like, we might not have been actually filming at the moment. He could have picked the, had the gun, maybe prepping for the scene and did something. Like, he shouldn't have been even shooting the gun then.
Or some shit, anything.
So, now this seems like
if it's new information, then I
something
think
else.
something different. But based on what I said before, like, I didn't think he should have even gotten charged before.
But I think the other thing, too, is that he was a producer on the show, so maybe that has something to do with it, too, on the movie, rather.
Maybe.
So maybe he didn't check some boxes in terms of the safety standards that needed to be met.
Maybe.
And there you go. Now you are
liable
in a different level.
That could be something.
Could be.
That could be something.
We shall see. We shall see. I'm curious to see what the information is when it comes out.
But to answer your question, Joe, as far as walking it back, thinking that a little differently, yes, I changed what I think about it. He should have still been initially charged and cleared right away.
Yes.
Not just, we're not even charging him, he's good, just because you did fire a gun that killed somebody. So now we got to go through the process of you charged, okay, you're cleared, you're good. That's what should have taken place originally. So I changed my take on that.
New Joe Budden.